Today we will see the topic steam turbine. So steam turbine is a rotary machine in which the energy of the steam having the high pressure and high temperature is converted into the mechanical power. Let's see the types of the steam turbine. The types of the steam turbine are same as the hydraulic turbine. That is, first one is a impulse turbine, and second one is a reaction turbine. Again, the concept of this impulse turbine and reaction turbine is almost same as a hydraulic turbine. That means in an impulse turbine, the pressure energy is first converted into a kinetic energy through the nozzle. And then further, this kinetic energy is converted into the work done over the turbine blades. While in a reaction turbine, the pressure energy is partially converted into the kinetic energy and the pressure energy when it is passing through the stationary nozzle. And further, it will be converted into the work when it is passing over the turbine blades. In an impulse turbine, there is a ring of fixed nozzle where pressure energy is converted into kinetic energy, and another ring is there after that, which is a turbine blade or moving blade, where you will get the kinetic energy to be converted into the work done. While in a reaction turbine, there is a ring of fixed blade and ring of a moving blade. This fixed blade has an aerofoil structure due to which it converts partially into kinetic energy and pressure energy, and along with this it gives the direction towards this moving blade. In a steam turbine, high pressure steam enters into the nozzle where kinetic energy where the pressure energy is converted into the kinetic energy. If we are using a single ring of nozzle, that means the nozzle has to be designed in such a way that the pressure energy, it should be completely converted into the kinetic energy. As we know that the pressure from the boiler, it is very high, and if we allow that pressure to convert completely into kinetic energy through a single ring of nozzle, the velocity or the speed of the rotor over the turbine, you may get it to 30,000 rpm, which is very difficult to handle, and it is difficult for practical purposes also. Hence, to reduce the speed and to keep the same power, there are two different methods. There can be two different ways. First one, we can increase the diameter of the turbine rings, but due to this there are chances of again vibrations and noise. So again this is not feasible. So let's see the another one method, that is the compounding of the steam turbines. Now what is meant by compounding? Compounding means instead of converting this pressure energy into kinetic energy in a single ring of nozzle, or allowing it to drop in a single stage, we will allow it to drop in a multiple stage, so that the rotor speed will not increase and we will get same power at the output shaft. For impulse turbine, there are three types of compounding. First one is velocity compounding. Second is pressure compounding. Third one is pressure velocity compounding, which is a combination of these two. And reaction turbine has the single type of the turbine, single type of the compounding, that is reaction compounding. Now let's see this compounding in a detail. Now let's see first velocity compounding. Compounding means what? We are going to compound the velocity. That means instead of reducing the velocity in a single stage, we are allowing it to reduce in a multiple stages. So here in a velocity compounding, the arrangement is like this. There will be a first ring of a nozzle, followed by moving ring, and then there will be a fixed ring of the fixed blade ring, which gives the direction to the moving blade. Again, after that, there will be a ring of a fixed blade. Again, it will give the direction towards this next moving blade. Now here, the pressure energy will be completely converted into the nozzle ring, but the kinetic energy will not be converted into a mechanical energy in a single stage. That means in this first stage. Instead of that, it will be partly converted into this and this further. Let's draw a graph for pressure and velocity along the length of this turbine. So let's say somewhere here is the inlet, that is high pressure. As the pressure is high, the velocity for this will be negligible, so somewhere here will be the velocity. Now when the steam is passing through this nozzle, at that time this pressure energy will be completely converted into the kinetic energy, or it will be converted into the velocity. So here this high pressure will drop down to almost lowest value, and in the same stage the velocity will increase suddenly to the very highest value. That means we are getting kinetic and maximum kinetic energy at the exit of this nozzle. Now when this steam with a high kinetic energy and low pressure energy will pass over this moving blade, the part of the kinetic energy will be converted into the work. So when it is going to convert it into work, the kinetic energy will drop down and it will be converted into a work. While it is converting into the work, here the pressure energy will remain constant. So there will be no change in the pressure energy when the steam is passing over the moving blade. When it is passing through the fixed blade, neither kinetic energy nor pressure energy will change, because this fixed blade will give you only the direction to the steam. Now again, when it is passing over the moving blade, the kinetic energy will drop further, and again the pressure energy will remain same. When it is passing over the fixed blade, as it is giving only the direction, there will be no change in the kinetic energy or velocity and no change in the pressure energy. When again it is passing through the moving blade, you will observe there will be drop in the kinetic energy and conversion of that kinetic energy into the work. And at the exit, with that low kinetic energy, the steam will come out. Similarly, the pressure will remain constant. So here we can see in a velocity compounding, velocity will be dropped in a stages while the pressure is dropped only in a nozzle, and further it will remain constant. Remember one thing, that in a fixed blade there will be no change in the kinetic energy and the pressure energy, while in a moving blade only the kinetic energy drops while the pressure energy remains constant. This is what happens in an impulse turbine. Now let's see the pressure compounding. As we have seen in the velocity compounding, we are allowing the velocity to drop in a stages. Here we are allowing the pressure to drop in a stages. So let's say this is the inlet, that is high pressure steam is coming inside, and it is having the low velocity or kinetic energy. So when it is passing through the nozzle ring, the pressure will drop down, and with the drop down in the pressure there will be a rise in a kinetic energy. Now this steam with a slightly low pressure and increased kinetic energy passes through this moving blade. The pressure will remain constant, as in an impulse turbine there will be no change in the pressure. In a moving blade it will remain constant, while the kinetic energy will drop down and it will be converted into the work done. Again, this steam with a still higher pressure, it will pass through the nozzle. The pressure will drop down further, and with the drop in the pressure there will be a rise in a kinetic energy. This steam with again lowered pressure and increased kinetic energy, when passes through this moving blade, this kinetic energy will be converted into the work, and in this moving blade the pressure will remain constant. Further, again, when the nozzle steam is passing through the nozzle, this pressure energy will drop further, and it will be converted into the kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy will be converted into the work in a moving blade. And here again your velocity will remain constant, and at the exit you will get the low pressure, low velocity, low kinetic energy steam. So again you can see here we are allowing the pressure to drop in a stages, and here here kinetic energy drops in each moving blade ring, while increases in each nozzle ring. So this is what the pressure compounding for impulse turbine. Now let's see the another one, that is which is the combination of both of this, that is velocity and the pressure. So it is known as the pressure velocity compounding. In pressure velocity compounding, the arrangement is like this. There is a first ring of nozzle, and then moving blade, then fixed blade, and again moving blade. Again it will pass through the nozzle, and then moving blade, fixed blade, and moving blade. Here you can see these are the two velocity compoundings. You can see this is the first velocity compounding, nozzle, moving blade, fixed blade, moving blade. This is the second velocity compounding, that is nozzle, moving blade, fixed blade, moving blade. And also you will see there is a pressure compounding, that means there are two nozzle rings are there, so pressure will be dropped in a two stages. Velocity are also dropped in a multiple stages, and pressure is also dropped in a multiple stages. That's why it is the combination of a pressure velocity compounding. Now let's see what happens inside it with the pressure and the velocity. So here you can see this is the high pressure steam inlet, and here is the velocity. When it is passing through the nozzle, the pressure will drop down and the kinetic energy of the velocity will increase. when it is passing through the moving blade, this kinetic energy will be converted partially into the work, and remaining will be sent to the fixed blade as a constant. During this time, the pressure in a moving blade and the fixed blade will remain constant. Again, in a moving blade, kinetic energy will drop down and it will be converted into the work done, and here again the pressure will remain constant. As we can see, after this again there is a ring of a nozzle, so the pressure will drop down further and the velocity will increase here. Again the cycle repeats and the kinetic energy will drop down to convert into the work, remains constant in a fixed blade, and again it will be drop down and then leaves the turbine. During this period, the pressure will remain constant and exits. So here you can see that velocity is compounded, that means it is dropped in a stages, as well as pressure is also dropped in a stages. So that's why it is a pressure velocity compounding. So this is again for impulse turbine. The another compounding is a reaction compounding. In reaction turbine, the arrangement is alternate rings of a fixed blade and a moving blade. Here, the design of this fixed blade are different than the impulse turbine. In a fixed blade of this reaction turbine, it partially acts as a nozzle and also gives the direction to the steam. As it partially acts as a nozzle, here what will happen, the pressure energy in a fixed blade will drop down and it will be converted into the kinetic energy. And when it is passing through the moving blade, in a moving blade of the reaction turbine, it converts both pressure energy as well as the kinetic energy into the work. So here this pressure energy again further drops down and converted into the work again, and this kinetic energy also gets converted into the work. Again, when it is passing through the moving blade, pressure will drop down further and will be converted into the kinetic energy. And when it is passing over the moving blade, this kinetic energy is converted into the work done, and while the pressure energy will also drop down and converted into the work done. Similarly, again on a fixed blade, this pressure energy drops down and will be converted into the kinetic energy, and on moving blade again the pressure drops down and converted into the work done, again along with the drop in the kinetic energy and converted into the work done, and here will be the exit. So here in a reaction turbine, you can observe that pressure energy is continuously dropping in each stage, whether it is a fixed ring of the fixed ring or the moving ring. And also here you can see that kinetic energy is increasing in a fixed blade and decreasing in a moving blade. So this is for the compounding for the reaction turbine, that is, the energy is not completely converted in a single stage, while it is converted in a multiple stages. Due to this, you will get the RPM of the rotor, which you can control easily with the same power. Thank you.